Kioch for years. We've known each other for 20 years now, and I don't know when you mentioned it for the first time, but it has been on my wish list for many years until you came up with this wonderful suggestion to make a consortium out of it. So I'm actually in the line of Johan van der Roos now, who did Dublin Dances.
Yeah.
Here's Kioch, and hopefully there will be more wonderful music in the future. Making of Kioch. Max McKee has been a long friend for 20 years. He runs a wonderful program in Oregon. It's called the ABC, the American Band College. And a couple of years ago he asked me to write a piece on Irish music. So I sat down and gathered some beautiful Irish tunes and put it in his feet. The title, I may have to explain, is Kioch is the bar at the Chicago Hilton, famous to all band conductors who go to the Midwest Clinic every year, and that's the place to hang out, have a beer, and make great plans. And that's maybe where we started this plan this year. The first one is called The Darling Girl from Clare, sort of a happy up-tempo song. Then comes Max's favorite, it's called Daring Thee. Daring Thee, it's an Irish lullaby. The third one is the start of the Calm Me Down, one of my favorites. And four is called Shula Room. That's Irish for Walk My Love. It's also a slow ballad. And number 5 you may recognize, it's the 6/8 is the Harry Dances. And then the finale is a weird mixture of all kinds of slip jigs and reels. Very Irish, very bagpipey, so we'll get there.
Session yesterday. That was a great time. Should talk a little bit about what happened yesterday, because that was a really special day.
Yeah, it was very special. Because I have those 2 premieres coming up, both one in Sweden with Spring, the Overture, and Kioch. And both premieres have only like 1 or 2 rehearsal days. I got a little nervous about it, and I thought I need to find a place where I can at least try both works out. So I called my good friend Harlan Parker, who is director of bands at the Peabody Institute of Music in Baltimore. And he looked and he spoke to his dean and he said, yeah, sure, we found a date. And he had a terrific group put together, his top wind ensemble, for 2 hours. And everything was so well organized. I mean, chapeau, because there were 2 harps, there were 4 bassoons, they had all the percussion I asked for, there was a guitar, there was a banjo, it was just terrific. This is the machine on which I did the whole Kioch. I actually have 2, one here and one in upstate New York. Where we have our real house. The good thing is I only have to bring the disc and my laptop, and because it's exactly the same synthesizer. I don't have to drag this thing around. I spend more time on research and looking at CDs and DVDs and especially YouTube to find all the material for Kitty. So I had a whole wish list of songs, and then starts the fun part to shift and to see what comes next and to make the order, and then you make the harmonic structure, you know, you go from B flat to E flat and to whatever. I think a good selection of this kind needs a lot of variety, both in the tunes you use, the mood they are in, you know, if they're happy, or the tempo, instrumentation. I like to go from little chamber music settings to full wind orchestra, etc. Make nice modulations, you know. Don't go too fast from one song to the other. Make nice transitions. Use as much Irish material as possible. The whole last section, I use 5 songs, and the whole last section is a combination of slip jigs and reels, which is very common with Irish groups. You know, they just connect all kinds of reels in the same tempo, one after another. That's Rocky Road. Rocky Road to Dublin. Rocky Road to Dublin as a reel.